Thank you so much for being here. My name is Ari, and we are currently living a reality that I once dreamed of, that I once thought was impossible, that I was once incredibly afraid to experience. And that reality is me here making YouTube videos. The first time I ever wanted to film a YouTube video was in the year 2017, and I think I've told pieces of this story on my channel before. However, the story comes back to me many times because it is very inspiring, and it's the reality that I'm experiencing. And if I can experience something and I can talk about it and share it with you, then that means it's in your energy too. You can't see or feel or experience a vibration that you're not in alignment with. So when you are here listening to this video, you are actually listening to a part of you. You are observing what you are in alignment with by choosing to be in this moment with me. So thank you for being here. And before I even get into telling the story a little bit more, I just want you to take a deep breath with me. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Feeling gratitude for being here in this moment, noticing your physical space, noticing where you are, and continuing to breathe deeply so that you can just let this story land where it needs to land, and letting it inspire you in the ways that you are meant to be inspired today. I felt this call to make YouTube videos, and I was getting ideas every single day. A lot of the ideas came to me in the shower, and I would come out of the shower and grab my phone right away, write down these ideas, and not once did I film myself. Not once did I even try. I told my mom about the idea to be on YouTube. I showed her Whitney Simmons. She's a YouTuber that I was watching a lot at the time. She had just launched an app, if I'm remembering this right. She was experiencing success in paving her own type of career through YouTube, and I showed this to my mom, and she didn't understand. And the words I can remember so clearly are, "You can't do that." And at the time, I was telling myself that I couldn't do YouTube. I was imagining people seeing what I created and being upset by it. And what I didn't know at the time was that this experience was simply reflecting experiences from my past that I still had not let go of. I hadn't let go of my experience of being bullied as a child. I was called anorexic, twig, skinny, just all kinds of names when I was in elementary school and all through middle school. I remember passing out in science class when they were talking about spinal meningitis, and I just got all queasy from thinking about that, and I passed out. And it was a rumor all over the school that there's this girl that doesn't eat and she passed out in class. And I have a younger brother, and he's 2 years younger than me, so I guess it was 2 years apart. This happened to me when I was in 7th grade, and so he was in 5th grade, and it was crazy because it was like the elementary school that was linked with the middle school, and like everyone at the elementary school knew what had happened. And it's something that I still struggle to let go of. I still struggle with processing the facts of the situation. I don't like being talked about. I don't like it. And I was talking about Whitney, and even though what I was saying was true, I didn't like it. And I thought of making YouTube videos, and I thought of the success, and I thought of how many people would have to know me in order for my videos to be something that would give me some kind of career, and I didn't want it. I didn't want anyone talking about me for any reason. I didn't want anyone thinking about me. I didn't want anyone looking at me. This experience that I had in my school growing up just made me want to be invisible and made me want to hide. And as I get older, I'm 27 now, I know I can't hide anymore. I know that even when I'm hiding, that is seen. I'm just seen as someone who doesn't show up. Even when I didn't make my YouTube channel because I wanted to hide and because I didn't want to be seen, I was still seen as someone who didn't make a YouTube channel. I believe that every single being on this earth has an energy within them that matters, and what we choose to express matters. And I share this story with you with joy in my heart because things are changing. In 2020, I created my YouTube channel. I created it with the support of a business mastermind. I joined the business mastermind feeling very excited because there was a strong focus on social media, and I was excited to have people in my corner cheering me on, telling me that I can do YouTube and it can happen. I had multiple meltdowns during that program. I remember crying on the floor at one of the business seminars that we had because I was moving through so much shame and fear, lots of fear, lots and lots of fear. And the coaches inside that business mastermind, a few of them believed that the fear that is underneath all of our other fears is the fear of death. That when we think we're afraid of jumping out of a plane or talking in front of a group of people or making a YouTube channel, we're simply afraid of death. And so I processed that, and I thought of doing YouTube as a part of me would die. A certain character I was playing would die. This character that is afraid of being seen and afraid of being heard wouldn't necessarily die instantly, but it might be a slow, painful death of, okay, I made my channel, okay, I made my first video, and maybe I can share certain things in my first video, but then when I go to share my second video, there's more to share, and I can still say that there definitely are parts of me that are afraid of being seen and afraid of being heard. And some of the things I've shared are some of those things. I think it's scary to talk about the thing that caused a big part of the pain that you remember experiencing. As a child, I just didn't know why people talked about me the way that they did and like what they were gaining out of it. And it was like so hard to understand and very confusing. And I carry a lot of that energy still today, and I also let it go. I find myself holding on to it and talking about how I'm holding on to it, and then immediately wanting to say the words, no, I let go of it, because I don't want to hold on to it. It happened so long ago, and yeah, I'm moving through that. That experience is painful and confusing, difficult to talk about. However, it also is the reason why I am who I am today. I am an alignment guide. You could also call me a coach, but that word makes me, I'm not a coach. I call myself a guide because I want to walk with you, and I just shared with you some of the experiences that I experienced in the past, and I'm not gonna sit in a therapist's chair and act like nothing ever hurt me and, have you not know what pains I've been through and what experiences that I've had on this earth, because I feel that when you're receiving mental and emotional support from someone, I believe, from my perspective, that it's important to know where that person came from and what that person has endured. I think that when I'm working with someone personally, when I'm receiving services from someone, I want to know what that person has endured. I want to know how they've moved through their emotions. I want to have an intimate relationship with that person, emotionally and mentally intimate, where I really know this person and I can understand this person and trust this person. And that's a reason why I feel that traditional talk therapy isn't my thing. It's not something that I have had great breakthroughs with. If anything, it leads me to feeling more separated because there's this person sitting across from me and I don't know, like it's just this whole disconnect. And when I was experiencing bullying at a young age, I started to have negative thoughts about myself, and I started to have, I've never even said this. It's crazy to like say this on the internet and anyone could hear this, but I went to, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ready to like open up about this. I went to my mom first and told her what I had been thinking about, and what I was thinking about was not positive for myself, and I was scared. I was scared of my own mind. I was scared of my own thoughts, and that was new for me. I'd never felt discomfort with myself before. And as an adult, I feel inspired to create something, some kind of community to stop bullying, because it is a lot to digest, to think that these mean things that were being said to my face about me and about my voice and about my body led to me experiencing a mean version of myself inside myself. And is it possible that that mean energy was inside me and these kids were simply illuminating something about me that I needed to heal and fix? Maybe we are living in some kind of simulation where everyone is just going to mirror the energy within me back to me, and maybe there was self-deprecating energy that I was just born with. But either way, I don't know what self-deprecation even means as a child that's 7 years old. So it was a lot. And I went to my mom, I told her what I was thinking, and she brought me to my father's therapist. And my father's therapist had an office. I don't know what floor we were on, maybe the second floor, maybe the third floor, but I can remember exactly what the window looked like. There was a window, and on the other side of the window was a roof, and about 200 feet, maybe 100 feet of roof space, and then the ledge, and I could see all of that. And my mind played me a little movie of me walking out of the window, stepping off the building, stepping on the roof, and stepping off the building, and ending my life. And that was the first time I ever experienced a daydream of my death by my own choice. Can I call that suicidal thoughts? I guess so. But that was my first time daydreaming about killing myself, was in the therapist's office, in her chair. I don't think we understand or know enough about energy in our society. There's parts of me, a part of me, that wonders, was there energy in that office that was of a lower vibration, that took me down into a vibration where I was able to see that type of visual for my life? And then there's another part of me that's like, what is that not even real? And that's not something that can happen. And the part of that therapeutic experience that was so death-inspiring was the feeling of being misunderstood. What I needed was someone to hold me and be with me as I cry about the fact that my voice is too high-pitched and it's annoying an entire group of people that I go to school with. The fact that my body is something to be made fun of from the perception of others. I was processing the fact that I wasn't liked, that I wasn't appreciated, that I wasn't loved. Because that was my truth. That was what was happening at the school that I was at. And I didn't get that in the therapy office, and I didn't attempt to communicate that that's what I needed. I only know that that's what I needed because I can still feel the presence of my past self. It's like she's in the room with me, and I can feel her. I can feel her feeling so much, and her being very afraid of her own feelings and not knowing how to feel. Songwriting is something that has helped me understand my feelings. Songwriting has helped me safely feel my feelings. It's given me a space to feel alive, a space to know that I am heard, even if it's just me in my room. The last time I can remember really feeling the experiences that I'm sharing with you, I was in North Carolina, and I was just putting laundry away, and all of a sudden I just had this feeling inside me, and I started to sing. I have the song lyrics written down, and I want to sing it for you. I thought about just coming on here and just singing it, but I felt like giving you guys the background story of what I experienced is really helpful. I've thought about sharing this stuff about me so long, and I'm glad that I got to share it here today. So thank you for listening, and oh my gosh, I just realized I was gonna talk about YouTube a little bit more also. I guess I'll tell you more about it after the song. So yeah, just picture me putting away my laundry, and I go through this emotion that I don't quite understand, and I just start to sing. It's when I feel like this that my soul can't get a word in. I'm not helpless. I know I can do more. But is that even the answer? What was I made for? It's like this world has been designed to make my heart resign. It's like I'm always giving up before the start has even come. And then I sing this song. In my mind a crowd of people chooses to sing along. It sounds silly, but it's healing to imagine us together, feeling all these feelings. I'm not the only one unsatisfied. I'm not the only one feeling so much safer when she hides. I'm not the only one crying tonight. I'm not the only one surviving a brutal, vicious fight. So tonight, don't be alone. Don't forget that inside you, you're already always home. You're not the only one, neither am I. We're all feeling this pain. Imagination doesn't lie. When I mentally and emotionally look to the past, there's so much available to me. And as someone that believes in the law of attraction and manifestation, I believe myself to be a creator here in this world. I know that my thoughts matter, and I know that my feelings matter. And there's something about songwriting that makes it so much easier for me to find the good, because how I felt before I sang that song to you guys and how I feel after is so different. And I'm super passionate about writing songs. I love writing songs and I love singing, and I hope that you really enjoyed this video and you enjoyed getting to connect with me like this. I am accepting, I don't know if it feels weird for me to say this, but I'm accepting donations at this time because I haven't worked in a while. I've been working on me and trying to understand who I really am and what I'm really meant to do here. It's been a wild ride, career-wise, and so if you feel at all inspired, there is my Venmo and my CashApp and my Zelle for any donations that you want to make towards me being alive on this earth. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So now we're here. making a YouTube video. And a few days ago, I wrote to myself that I needed to let the parts of me that I have it actually here. I think I wrote this yesterday, actually. March 10th, yeah. All of this creative energy inside of me, and it finally has somewhere to go. Hi. To you, it goes, thank you for receiving. Every day I write and let myself become new perspectives of me for the purpose of being alive, to experience all that there is, letting time pass, letting energy move through me. I have so much to express and share. Does any of it mean anything? I can't hold myself back anymore. Only sharing this because it sounds like that, and not sharing that because it doesn't sound like this. It's sad to see how exhausted I've been all my life. I thought I had to be something. I tried so very hard to be. I already am. I'm just here, and that's enough. So yeah, it's fine that I told you I'm accepting donations, and it's fine that I've been living an untraditional way, because I can't seem to find a positive work environment, and I'm getting kind of tired of showing up in community spaces only to be picked on and made fun of over and over and over again. And in a space like YouTube, you would think that would happen, but I'm actually experiencing the opposite, where I'm getting so many positive comments and so much encouragement. So I don't know, maybe that's God's way of communicating with me and directing me that this is it, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I do feel it in my body and know it in my heart, that I'm meant to be doing this. The only part of me that questions if I'm meant to be doing this is the part of me that it's really hard to make videos. It's really hard. It's really hard to turn yourself into something digestible, something that you don't even know if people want to watch what you're creating either. It's so hard to tell. Like, I've read so many positive comments, so that's great, but the fact that I never know what it feels like in your body to experience me is so terrifying to me. It's so terrifying to show up and have no idea how people really see you and what people really feel about you. And I think that's the biggest unknown, the scariest unknown that I've ever known. Because no matter what we do, we're never going to know what someone really truly feels about us. They can put it into words, but the words aren't the same as the feeling. It's like that song. I could sing to you about everything I feel, but you'll never feel what I feel. A world where you never feel what I feel. How is that real? How is that real? I'm alone in all the feelings that I feel. How is that real? How is that real? I thought I could, and that I should share with you all I know. Create a show. But as I travel down that path, how do I know if it's right? It just feels tight. There's a box I gotta fit in, and I don't know if I go. Should I go? I don't know where this journey is going. I don't know if I'm gonna... Actually, I do know that I want to keep doing these one-on-one sessions. I wanted to talk about that more with you guys because I don't think I've shared this either, but I'm someone who naturally experiences a lot of supernatural things, and I could sit here and tell you about all the stories, and I think I will at some point share all the stories with you. But I have this gift, and I think it came from the horrible experiences that I don't think I need to say horrible, but just the unfortunate experiences that I had with traditional therapy led me into wanting to create something new and create something different. And I see so many people changing themselves and altering themselves and taking all these courses and doing all these things to gain new skills and be a new version of yourself. And I think that's all great, but what about the version of ourselves that we just naturally are? What about when we just stop trying? Where do we go, and what can we create? And that's basically what I did in the year 2023 when I decided to travel full time. If you've been watching my channel, you know about this already. And if you haven't, then now you know that in 2023, I had a suitcase and a backpack and a one-way ticket to France. I've lived in the United States my entire life. And I just went. And I lived in Europe for 3 months. And then I lived all over the US for the rest of the year. And it's now, what month is it? March? Now it's March of 2024. And it's funny, I'm back in my home state of Florida. And I have a new boyfriend, and this person is doing everything he possibly can to support me in following this dream that I have, to sing and to write and to speak and to have that be my career. One of the ways that I know that it can be my career is by offering a service to others. So that's where my one-on-one sessions come from. And I believe in them. I know that I have so many beautiful gifts that are natural and spirit given, and I'm excited to bring those gifts to new clients that are in need of reconnecting to themselves and realizing that they can just stop the hamster wheel lifestyle and just be the being that they are, be the human being, be who they've been born as, and be who they are. And I think it's really difficult to know and be aware of what we need to work on when we're not even fully expressing ourselves and being ourselves. So That's what I want to inspire people to do, to show up as who you really are, to say what you mean and mean what you say. And yeah, I started working with people privately in a session format in the year 2019. And I've worked with so many people, and I have so many testimonials of my services. So it's not something that I am completely new at, but it does feel new because I took a very long break and traveled a lot, and now I'm coming back into it and realizing the truth that I don't even want to say it, but I guess the truth, I'm thinking about money now and trying to form some kind of truth about money. Money flows to me when I need it. That's the truth. And I do what I am inspired to do. And I have everything I need in every single moment. That's the truth that I'm living with. And I found that through traveling. I found that through letting go of everything that I didn't truly love and everything that I didn't feel was me, and experiencing the reality that I created. And it's really difficult to know yourself and understand yourself when you are experiencing the same day over and over and over again. I think if you are experiencing the same day over and over and over again, then that actually is a good indication of who you are and where you're at. And if you can expand to experience life in new ways, you are wealthy. You are truly wealthy for choosing that pathway, because life is so vast. And I sang this song, Unsatisfied, pulling on my child self, pulling on this past of feeling safer when I was hiding, crying and going through all these big feelings by myself, and creating this song so that I wouldn't be alone in those feelings anymore, and so that you wouldn't be alone in those feelings anymore. I'm grateful that I have the luxury to be able to do that. And if anyone's watching this and wanting help with tapping into their creativity, definitely visit me in a video call and we can talk about it more. And yeah, another new thing is that this wall is part of my studio. I don't have any furniture. I have some equipment. I have my phone stand and I have some lighting equipment here, but it's gonna be this whole new space that I get to design. I get to be creative, and you've seen me film in all different types of spaces that were already in existence that I just popped into and turned my camera on and pressed record. And now I've got this blank space that I get to create, and I get to decide what furniture I want and what I want it to look like, and I'm really excited about that. So that's something to look forward to. I don't think our dreams ever die. I think if you've been someone like me who grew up wanting to make songs and wanting to make music, then you're in trouble because you're gonna want to do that forever. And the way our world is, for me anyways, from my perspective, it just feels like such a difficult industry to be in. But I'm starting to take myself, by the hand, hug myself and be like, okay, you said you wanted to make music. There's not one song that's like complete. that I'm proud of that's by me yet in existence, and I'm 27, and this is something I've been wanting to do since the age of 4. So I gotta start doing it, and the way I'm doing it is through making videos as often as I feel inspired to, singing when I feel inspired to, sharing my journey, offering services to others for exchange of money so that I can pay rent and buy food and things like that. And hopefully, at the very least, making myself happy. Showing myself that I'm loved. Showing myself that I'm cared for. Realizing that I can't force other people to care for me. If someone's gonna call me anorexic, I can't, show that person proof that I'm not. If someone wants my voice to change or wants my body to change, I've got to make peace with the fact that that's what they want, and I won't change who I am because of that. Because I get to make my decisions from within my own heart. I get to be the version of me that I want to be, and I don't have to explain myself, and I get to just be here. I just get to be here, and I get to express what I want to express, and I get to offer what I want to offer, and there's no approval outside of me that I'm chasing, because I already have it. I have that approval right here, and I get to bask in the beautiful love that I have for myself in every moment, realizing that it's not going to go anywhere, that I am unconditional love, and I get to journey deeper and deeper into that and watch it grow more and more every day, and feel that beautiful feeling of love for myself. I get to feel it in every environment, in every space, every look that I choose to have, meaning like whatever clothes I put on and whatever hairstyle I do, I get to have that. And I think that's really exciting. And if anyone tries to take it away from me, they're not going to be able to, because they can take some of it. I'm just going to grow more of it. I'm a source of unconditional love. And to arrive into this moment where I realized these things and created this concept of myself, in a world where it's really popular to create a concept of yourself to be all these things, there's so many different options for how you could describe yourself. I feel pretty good that I'm choosing to describe myself as a vessel of unconditional love, a being that's full of unconditional love, a being that is unconditional love, remembering who I am and realizing that if I remember who I am and come into the core of who I am, no one can take that away from me. And I think that's what all of us are really looking for, to know the core of who it is that we are. So I hope that you get to experience that knowing, and let life be silly, let it be fun. You're not who you are for one purpose. There's so many of them. I'm super excited for my day to continue, for life to continue. I'm excited to see where this video goes and how it is for you guys. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I'm excited to connect with you more in the future, and Thank you for listening to my song. Have a great, beautiful, wonderful day full of love, and I hope you feel really, really good inside. You deserve it.